Now let's start looking at compensation. Because what makes a compensation plan viable? What makes it good? Now, if you ask the average person in any social marketing company, who has the best pay plan? Oh, their company for sure. Most people don't know. It's like you ask them, well, how many pay plans do you know? They'll be like, one. Right? But understand, not all pay plans are created equal. And so let's start looking at compensation. Here's the things I look at. Now, there's lots of different ways to slice up a dollar today in the relationship marketing industry. There's unilevel type plans. The two most common are unilevels and stair-step type comp plans. Right? Then you have binary type compensation plans. There's coded plans. There's matrix, force matrix, shared matrix. They tried to do that. That didn't work out too well. There's a lot of different types of pay plans out there inside of the marketplace. Here's the first thing I look at. Number one, what's the percentage of payout? In other words, here's XYZ company, and there's money coming in from the people in the field, people that are buying a product, money coming into the company, and then there's these distributors out there who are out there building the business. What's the percentage for every dollar that comes in? How many cents go back to the people? I don't care how you want to slice it up, but just how many go back. Industry average today is about 38%. If you look at some of your older companies, about 38 cents on the dollar is the average amount of return for a dollar coming in. That's not competitive today, though. Competitive in the relationship marketing industry is about 50%. And we've seen recently a lot of companies do very, very well that are paying out 50 cents on the dollar. There was a juice company that launched actually in 2004, had their official launch in 2005. They did $1 billion in 4 years, faster than Microsoft. Now, unfortunately, they did it with a product that could not stand on its own, but at that time, they were paying out more money than any other comp plan in that era. And so they did a lot of volume very, very quickly. And when they did $1 billion, they paid out $500 million to their people. Right? So people got wealthy. Right in Corona, California, a little bit north of here, there was a weekly event that company had. Now understand, if you brought a guest out to that event, and you see the parking lot is just lined with 15 Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce van, just like crazy. Every guest you bring is like, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm in. $1,000 on juice? Well, there we go. There's no, it's like, all right, yeah, this obviously works, right? Here's what's so incredible. Today, SEACRET is actually paying out more than that. The highest today in the relationship marketing industry. The second thing to look at, though, is the behavior of the compensation plan. Now, by the way, right, understand there's a lot of different ways to make money. But the behavior that you have to exhibit in order to make that money is actually an important discussion. How many of you guys agree I could actually make some money by robbing a bank today? For sure. The challenge is I'm not going to feel that good about myself when I put my head on my pillow. And I might be putting my head on a pillow that's in jail. And I wouldn't fare very well, and I'm too fair and small. I wouldn't do. I have to make friends quickly. It'd be bad. So understand the behavior that you have to exhibit to max out your compensation inside of this industry is very important, because there are certain pay plans that in order for you to build your check, you have to not build your team's check as much. Let me explain what I mean by this. This type of compensation plan is called a stair-step. And typically in a stair-step type comp plan, you have to build 3 or 4 legs to hit the top of their pay plan. Right? 3 or 4 legs, I mean 3 or 4 organizations. And there's the way that you make your income here is you're going to make the difference between your rank and the person below you's rank. So as this person continues to move up in rank, there's a smaller gap between your ranks, so your override, or what you make off that organization, becomes less. So as that organization gets promoted to your same rank, your income goes significantly down. So the way that you max out, the behavior that you would use to max out this particular type of compensation is you're going to build in this leg's strongest leg, but you're never going to build in their weaker legs, because that will promote them to your same rank, thereby cutting off your income. Now, I'm not saying any of this is bad. I'm just saying it's just different. There's another type of comp plan called a unilevel type plan. And in a unilevel type plan, they don't limit you on your rank. They limit you on the depth. So they're going to pay you X amount of levels deep, typically 8 to 10 levels deep. So this person to this person to this person, 8 to 10 levels deep. Let's say Jesse Macpherson somehow got recruited. Some lady handed him a tape at a dance class, gave him a cassette tape on your 15th level, right? And Jesse is Jesse Macpherson. and he comes up to you and is like, hey, I'm going to go out there and take this thing to the top. I'm committed. I'm going to go blow this thing out. Will you come help me and come work with me? And you're like, hey, man, I love you. I hope you do really well. Unfortunately, I don't get paid to work with you. And I'm all about charity. I love charity, but I don't do this for charity. This is a for-profit business for me, so go get them. Hope it all pans out. Now, if you follow geometric progression, let's just say 3 who get 3, right, is 9. 9 who get 3 is 27. 27 who get 3 is 81. And on every single level that you go down, it will produce more than the rest of your entire organization combined. Think about it, right? 9 is more than 3, obviously. 27 is more than 9 plus 3. 81 is more than 27 plus 9 plus 3. 243 is more than 81 plus 27 plus 9 plus 3. So every level that you go down in depth, theoretically, will be more productive than the entire organization that you have combined. Why would you want to build in a compensation structure where the most productive and lucrative part of the team that you've built, you don't get paid on? Now we have a binary type commission structure. And I'm not going to get into a big comp plan training on binaries, but I want you to understand the behavior of it. Now, every type of comp plan has to have breakage in it somewhere to create money for the company. Right? The company can't pay 100% of every dollar because then we go bankrupt and we'd all kill the goose that's laying the golden eggs. But understand, if you have to choose either getting cut off in your rank or cut off in depth, binaries actually cut you out at a certain income goal. Ours happens to be $25,000 a week. But in a binary here, you're going to get paid off of everything that you build in this organization, 5% of the total volume through both organizations, or 15% of your lesser leg. It's the same number. But on everything that you match up in those organizations, everything that you match up, you're getting 5% of all the money that comes in. On top of that, you have check match and retail and preferred customers and everything else. But understand, right? There's no depth limitations. Now think about it like this too. What if I'm over here and I'm not in your strongest leg, I'm over here, right? And you're making 15% of this organization. Would you work with this person here who's in your strong leg? Would you work with this person here who's in the weaker part of the organization? Why? Because you're getting paid a fixed percentage off of everything that you go out there and build. So it doesn't matter. You can help everybody get to the top. On top of that, you'll actually help, because of check match, you'll actually help build my check. In a check match environment, when my check goes up, what does yours do? You'll actually help build my weaker leg even more because you want to help me max out my income. So that the style of how you build it, there's a mentor of mine that said, if you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything that you want. I underline the word everything, right? And I went for it. That's the name of the game. That's the thing I look at with compensation structures. So let's look at timing. How many of you guys realize, how many of you guys have heard it said before in business, the T in timing is more important than the T in talent? That is true in almost every business model. Now, realize you can have a great company with great products that's at the wrong timing. Every relationship marketing company goes through about 4 phases of growth. The first stage is called formulation. The second phase is called concentration. The third phase is called momentum. And the fourth is called stability. Now, here's the big important one. If you want to make a lot of money inside of the relationship marketing industry, you need to ride what's called this momentum phase. This is now, by the way, every company in the industry will tell you they have not even seen momentum yet. There's a company called Avon that's been around since 1886. If you ask an Avon rep, hey, how's the future looking? They're going to say, right now, more than ever before, is the time to get involved with Avon. We did $11 billion last year, but that's nothing compared to what we're going to do, right? Now, and that sounds great no matter who you talk to. But understand, there is a proper time to be in the right place. I mean, you guys love the company Apple. Apple's a great company. Steve Jobs, I consider him a huge just mentor. I love the way that he ran his company. I love his philosophies. He's really, really good as far as his business goes. As much as I love Apple, that does not mean that now's the right time to buy Apple stock. If you could have bought stock back when Steve Jobs got kicked out of Apple, and when he came back as CEO after having his company Next, if you had invested every penny you had in Apple stock back then, you would probably not be in this room today. Now, was Apple as good of a company back then as it is today? No. Was their products as good as they are now? Was their management of their company as good as it is now? Mm-mm. But it was the right time to get involved with the stock of that company. That's what's so interesting about this industry. It's going to say, well, our products are better today than they were before. Our management's better today than it was before. What makes it a viable place to invest your time and money if you're going to go out there and build inside of a company is making sure you can ride this momentum phase right here. Now, if you want to keep your money long term, because you can make money remember I said it with a company that has a great pay plan and marginal product, but you can't keep it long term. If you want to be able to make your money and then keep it long term, you need to make sure that your product can hold its own in the marketplace. Once you've finished this momentum phase and you reach the stability phase, if you've done it inside of a product where it's a true customer experience, where the customer is the star of the show, not just the distributor, then even after the momentum run is finished in the company, you can kick back on your check. There are, like, you look at some of the top industry leaders that have been around for decades and decades in this industry. They haven't been in the game building things for a very long time. But they're able to go out there and enjoy an incredible lifestyle because their products are able to continue to be sold. Right now, you have the timing of SEACRET, where it's low risk, high reward. You have a product line that's already proven itself in the marketplace. It's not up for debate is if we can sell this or not. It's not up for debate if people want to buy it for its own merit. You have a pay plan that's paying out more money than any other company today in the network marketing industry. And we're doing it inside of a model that actually allows you to help everybody else win with you. You don't have to pick and choose who you can help, who you can go out there and work with. It brings everybody to the top. The timing of the company truly is better than you could ever be. I mean, even when I got involved a year ago, I'll say it's probably better now because we didn't have a website back then. We were trying to build in New Mexico with no Spanish materials. That was a challenge. So, I mean, we're just getting better and better and better and better. We didn't have anywhere near like the Royale program that we have now, the Blueprint, the Superstar program that we have now. We didn't have any of that stuff. So it just keeps getting better and better and better. That's what has me so fired up about where we are, because there's so many people in this industry that are committed to freedom, but they're in the wrong vehicle. There's so many people outside of this industry that want freedom that are in the wrong vehicle. That was me. I was a hard worker. In auto detailing, you didn't have to try to tell me to be motivated. You didn't have to tell me to talk to people about my auto detailing business. I was doing it every day. The challenge was no matter how hard I worked in that industry, I was never going to get wealthy. I was just in the wrong vehicle. This is a vehicle that I believe in my heart, at every fiber of my being, that the average person can get involved today and hit a bigger home run than they've ever hit in their life and set their kids up. That's what has me so passionate about this. From here going forward, we're going to outline a system to follow that, if you follow it, will produce results. Guaranteed. It's like baking a recipe for a cake. If you put in this and you put in this and you put in this, then you get a cake out. If you're like, well, I don't really like eggs, I'm not going to put eggs in. You're like, well, then you're going to have a weird cake. So if you follow the system of success, we're going to outline exactly what that system is from here going forward on everything to do on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis, to do exactly what to do step by step. Sound good? Yeah. All right, so to bring up the gentleman that, here's the cool thing. Like, edification in network marketing sometimes sucks. Like, so, because honestly, because it's a lot of it, like, you guys hear it over and over again, and it becomes just like ingenuous. I mean, it's like, but here's the real deal. When Jesse recruited me into SEACRET, I was at a place where I was kind of done with network marketing. I made some money, and I thought I had kind of ran my course and accomplished what I needed to in the industry, and I was just kind of looking to go do something else. Honestly, because I was probably just bored too. Right? And the funny thing is it's like, you know, in my early days of sitting up till 2 o'clock in the morning and sitting up all night dreaming about what this could be, I think all of us, when you start there in the industry, you have this crazy, like, you can't sleep because you're like, what if? Like, what if I had this team that was everywhere? What if it could be fun and lucrative? Like, God forbid you can actually have a lot of fun while you make a lot of money. That was like, man, what if? And over the last year of getting to work with Jesse, I've actually gotten a chance to fall back in love with why I got started to begin with in this industry. I've really gotten a chance to reconnect with getting to just turn my dream machine on again and like really be fired up about our international expansion and mentoring people all over the world and setting up a platform where everyone can hit a huge home run together and build this crazy wealthy community and actually have a lot of fun doing it. And Jesse's been probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest role in my success, just because he's really given me like a space to go out there and actually enjoy this. And I love building with him. And him and Patty both. Not only are they incredible mentors that I've gotten a chance to like love building with, but they're just some of my best friends and somebody that I want to know for the rest of my life. I'm just excited to build anything with them. So without any further ado, Jesse Macpherson. Love you, sir.